to one of the health facilities here within Nakuru City. She was covering the protest. The journalist was just standing outside the bank when police officers who were using various motor vehicles were driving past the journalist, and at the moment, in just a few seconds, we just saw the journalist on the floor after she was shot. But we at the moment, she has been rushed to one of the hospitals within Nakuru City, and we hope that she is well. And this is the third person to be injured today in this protest. Earlier in the morning, we had a civilian shot with a rubber bullet in the head, and she was badly injured, but was also rushed to hospital. We also had a civilian who was shot, who was hurt using a stone by protesters during that process. And at the moment, as you can see, the protesters are very angry here, expressing their anger after the police used excessive force while trying to disperse the protesters. As you can see here, we have a group of protesters who are still expressing themselves over the issue that they were peaceful. They were just standing outside a supermarket, and it just turned out violent with the police just running or getting into the protesters. And at the moment, no one is safe because of how the shooting has happened. We fear that our colleague might have been shot several times, and we are just hoping that she will be okay the next time we are contacting her. At the moment, we have the police still patrolling within the city streets, trying to disperse the protesters, and the protests have been happening here since morning, and they had started as peaceful protests, but at the moment they have turned into violent protests, running battles between the protesters and the police. Back to you, Nyakundi.
Gashuhi, before we let you go, even as you seek for safety, when we look at how the presence of the police has been the whole day, from the morning up to this time, when it comes to how they've been handling the whole situation, what can you tell us?
Actually, the residents here and mainly the business persons, they have expressed their anger over how the police are handling the protest, because the protesters were very peaceful until the police happened to start dispersing any small grouping that was seen within the city. Even if there are around 5 people just standing somewhere, the police has started to disperse them using tear gas, firing in the air, and this has led, actually, one of the chemists has been forced to shut down after the police lobbed tear gas into that chemist, and they were forced to close down, and it was the civilians who had to rush and rescue those who were working within that particular chemist. Back to you.
And also, lastly, even as we look at the businesses that have closed, could there be any presence of people who have really tried to even loot from the different shops that are around the city of Nakuru?
No looting has been witnessed here. We have not seen any looting or even an attempt, because the protesters are mainly on the streets, not on the sidewalk where the businesses are, but we have not heard of any incident, persons being or any trader complaining that the businesses have been looted or maybe invaded. But they had to close down for safety reasons rather than wait until possibly some goons might have taken advantage of the situation. But actually, no looting has been reported so far.
All right, Ken, thank you so much for bringing us up to speed right there from Nakuru. We'll be coming back to you as well in order for just you to give us the perspective or the picture, even as we try to follow this up. Thank you so much for that.